Hello. Good to see you guys. Let's just do this little catch up because I did kind of want to fill you guys in on everything that happened. So I'm going to start from the top. My thoughts on the UK. Oh. Most mid-city I have ever been to. When you're struggling to find even 3 good things about the place, instant red flag that the place is mid. The only good takeaway from London is the trains is pretty good. It's pretty fleshed out. You can get essentially anywhere via train and it makes sense. Everything else, L. Food, L. Drinks, L. Prices, L. Food, L. I'm just going to say that again. The streets, L. The city, L. The royal family, L. Everything about it, just L. Just L for London. You understand? It's so bad. I don't know what it is about people in London, but they have no peripheral vision. They walk this is their FOV. This is literally London person FOV. They have no spatial awareness. And they are literally NPCs. They are literally NPCs. Where are they going? You have people just walk into you. It happens everywhere. I think I paid $20 for avocado on toast. And I'm all right, £12 probably should get me 2 pieces of toast. So naive. 1 piece of toast. 1 piece of toast for 20 Australian dollars. It ain't right. This was supposed to be a Europe recap. Instead it's a UK review. I could be picky and be the toilet water was too high, but we'll put the bashing of the UK on ice for a little bit. I'll continue that in a moment. First leg of the trip basically was London. So I got there on the Monday, and the whole point of getting there on the Monday was so that I could get acclimated with London and the time zone and everything before the day of the tournament or before the weekend of the tournament. For me, tournament prep is really weird, and I still haven't worked it out, but I never get proper sleep. I thought go a bit earlier, get the time zone thing sorted, get a proper sleep schedule. You're going to give yourself the best shot at just being ready for game day. So yeah, got there on the Monday, and I think I got there at 1 p.m. I met up Ryan and Josh, which was really cool. Whenever you go to Pokemon events and you meet up with people that you know, straight away, you instantly feel comfortable, which is really nice. So you might because at first I was damn, I'm here for Pokemon. This is kind of weird. Who am I going to meet up with? Bang, you meet up with one person, super comfortable straight away. On the Tuesday, we went to Brotherhood Games, which was an LGS somewhere in London. I don't know any of the places. I can't even remember. I instantly forgot. And Tim Franklin, who is one of the players here in Melbourne, Tim rocked up on the Tuesday, met us at Brotherhood Games, and then we went back to sleep. And this was kind of where the trip started going downhill for me because my body was getting cooked. And I think this was when I severely underestimated jet lag. I'm a regular person. Wake up in the morning, have a bit of water, coffee, bang, 8:30 clockwork every single day, going to the place that we go. You know the place that we go. So my body was that is the rule. At this moment, we go. It has no respect for the time of another country. It was its time is now. Wake up at 4 or 5 a.m. and absolutely decimate the porcelain. And it was bad. Wednesday and Thursday was some of the most intense Pokemon I had ever played in my life. And it was so good. We hadn't worked out what deck we were playing. I had come to EUIC with Sky Steel Stone Lost Box, and I was I'm pretty confident with this. I feel this is going to be good. And then we just flipped it upside down within a couple of hours, and we moved over to the Forest Silstone version of the deck. By that point, everyone had rocked up, Nat Miller, Brent Tonneson, Matty Burris. When you start playing with other people and exchanging ideas and actually talking about your thought processes, that is where all the stuff you've learned actually comes to fruition and is realized. It's kind of evolving. It was a bit of a TCG boot camp. It was crazy. The amount I improved between Wednesday and Thursday before the day of the tournament was actually kind of scary in hindsight. It was just fun though. It wasn't even I got better and I'm happy about that. It was I legitimately had so much fun on the Wednesday, Thursday, just trying to get as good as we could. And I loved every second of that. So I'll treasure those couple of days for the rest of my life. So Friday was the day of the tournament, day 1, 9 a.m. start. So the night before, I was tomorrow's a big day. It's time to get ready. Pack everything. My deck, done. Deck list submission, completed. Re-sleeves, done. Everything in the box, everything in my bag, ready to go. I packed it all, so that all I had to do was get up, have a shower, get changed, brush my teeth, go. So I get into the venue. I'm fully chill. This is good. We're fine. I start seeing people in the line. I'm oh, hey, what's good? We'll catch up when we get in there. And then halfway walking to the back of the line, I realized I didn't have my ticket. Without that, you can't enter, you can't play. The problem was that The Airbnb was 20 minutes away. The time it wasn't working. Yeah, it was basically panic stations. I like got across the bridge, tried to get an Uber. The Airbnb that I stayed at was like someone's apartment. I was mentioning that dude being like, hey, in my room is this pass. Can you like get it and meet me with it? And he was like, bro, I'm about to start working, but you've got like 10 minutes. Otherwise I'm out of action. So I had to like get an Uber back. The Uber took forever to get there. Got the pass, Uber back to the venue. The dude dropped me off at the wrong side of the XL Center. Then I had to like run from this side of the XL to this side. So at this point I'm sweating like an animal. You don't want to feel like this before you're round one. You just don't. Got through bag check, ran to the table. Like I literally like jump in the seat, slam my mat, deck comes out. I'm like going like a million miles. I did a quick few shuffles, deck down, go for the cut. Round starts, someone comes over, we're deck checking you two. And I was just like, thank you. Thank you. The deck check meant that I had like 15 minutes to just breathe and actually like just compose myself. Then it was fine. Like I played the round. I had compartmentalized all the stress. I knew that if I let it ruin me and be like, oh my God, I'm going to lose now because I was late, that I would do those things. It was just like, all right, we're late. We cooked it. It's fine. Let's play. I'll do a recap of EUS, like the actual day one stuff. I kind of just want to talk about trip-ish. If you guys have been following my journey, you would know that, yeah, I didn't make day two. I couldn't be mad about it because that happened to, 1,300 other people. So you can't like cry about it too hard. You got to take the experience, learn as much from the experience as you possibly can so that you can get the most out of it rather than just lose, cry, shit your pants and then go home. Yeah, wake up and the next day's a new day. Day two was fun. I went to the Pokemon Center. There's just so much stuff. I went into like buy mode. So I got this. What is this? A key ring. I don't even know what it is. A EV pin. That's fantastic. So I don't even wear lanyards, but I had to buy that. Like so cracked. A fridge magnet. I was like, you know what? I'm going to get this too. I got the Worlds mat. So I didn't play at London Worlds. We got the mat anyway. That's the competitor deck box. Here are the sleeves. These are actually really good sleeves. This was the competitor mat, which is like insane. Here's the pass. Never forget this. Don't be like me. Don't become a statistic. This was from Jonas. He bought this for me at Worlds last year. I also got this deck box. So it's like two deck boxes in one so that you can put two decks in it. Now this was like really hard to get. So this wasn't a competitor mat. This was like the mat that you could buy at the Pokemon Center. It's so good. That was day two in the morning from 8:30 a.m. And this isn't meant to be like, oh, I'm Mr. Popular, famous guy. No, okay? Because this was part of the event that was like most special to me. Bumping into people and being like, oh, you JLUV was like insane. It was just so crazy that somebody who watched my videos for so long was there saying that they love my videos. And I'm like, you are the best for watching. Thank you. But yeah, day two was mostly just socializing. But yeah, I was just like walking around day two in the venue and then I saw Poker Dean. I was like, what the hell? Dude was playing in the London Cup. And then I met Poker Chloe out of nowhere. And so like we did this like impromptu interview. So that'll go on the vlog. So that was Saturday night. Oh yeah, Sunday I went, I was like, I might as well go like kind of sightseeing. So Sunday I went to Buckingham Palace. That was like the one thing I did. It was just mid. I did it just so I could get like 1 minute of content. And then I was like, okay, now it's kind of worth it. And then I went back to XL Center, met up with Jake Gearhart and Brent. And Jake was like, oh, I'm going to go play Cube with Joe Bernard from OmniJoe. He's like, you're welcome to come watch. And I was like, yeah, I'll come watch. Like, that sounds cool. Cube, if you don't know, so sorry, not many people know what Cube is. I didn't really know properly. And my explanation is going to stink. Cube is like almost like a draft format of Pokemon where one person makes the cube. And the cube it's like so many different cards from so many different periods of Pokemon where it's like highly curated so that it's balanced. You pass around these cubes in like a circle of 8 and you draft your deck. When the cube comes to you, you take one card. When the next cube comes, you take another card. And like the whole thing is you're trying to take cards that are going to work in your deck, but the cube only has X amount of cards. Luckily, Jake was like talking me through a lot of the stuff. It was really fun, but I lost because like Joe Bernard made like the most cracked deck you've ever seen. Jake's deck was like insane. Brent's deck was wild. Frosted Caribou was there, which was really cool. Tord rocked up, which was crazy. Yeah, but the cube went from like 5 p.m. until like 12 a.m. And I was leaving for Italy on the Monday morning at like 7 a.m. So I got back to the apartment at like some ungodly hour. That was it. That's EUIC. That was about as much as I kind of like want to recap now. On Sunday during the Busted stream, I'll tell you about my experience at the event. It happened very quickly. It was like over almost as quickly as it started. Monday, I landed in Calabria, met up with my dad, and I met all my cousins. I hung out down there with those cousins for about 6 days. On the Sunday, we left Calabria and then we went up to Florence. So I stayed in Florence for about 5 days with my dad. We just did like a heap of sightseeing. It was like sightseeing and eating food speed challenge. So Florence was when I started getting the itch for Pokemon again. I'm looking at my Twitter feed and my Instagram feed. My Twitter feed was just filled with people playing league challenges. And I was going to be in Rome on the Saturday. So I started looking at the event tracker on Pokemon.com. So on the Sunday, there was this League Cup that I could go to. I had no idea that Brent was actually going to be in Italy at the same time. This is Brent Tonneson, who's Australia's #1 ranked player. Wet Goose over on Twitter, which we're trying to like lift his clout game up. From Monday to like Saturday, my dad was getting so annoyed because we'd be in line somewhere and then I'd just open up live. And dad's like, mate, you're in Italy and you're like playing Pokemon. I'm like, I need to. I have the Viterbo, the Lazio League Cup. My hands need to stay warm. So we had to get up at like 5:30 to go on this 2.5 train ride to this town in Italy that we had no idea about, just knew nothing about what to expect. By the way, mind you, I've vlogged all of this. So like the video for this is going to be insanely cracked. It starts. There's 16 players at this cup. I had a pretty good run. I went 301. I only tied to Eugenio. Brent wins his last round and then Brent pairs with me because I was second and he was third. The whole thing was cooked, but yeah, that was the win. And then that was onto finals against Christian Dionforio. Then I just won that. Because that was streamed, I'm able to download the VOD and then put it all into the Lazio League Cup video that'll go up on YouTube, which is going to be one of the most cursed videos of all time. But that was it. Because I won that was plus 50 championship points. And now I'm sitting at 150 out of 200. I just need to like win a few challenges, maybe place at a cup, and I can get my invite before I go to North America. Otherwise, NAIC is the place to do it. The funniest part of the whole thing, if I hadn't have choked so hard at EUIC, I never would have done the League Cup. I didn't appreciate how important the cup was until I won it, because winning the cup put me in stipend contention, which I didn't even know was a thing. So Monday, Tuesday was spent like sightseeing through Rome. That was cool. And then Wednesday, flew back, head to Pillow at 12 or 1 a.m. And then here we are, back at it. The whole thing starts again. Yeah, that was the trip. It was really good. I had a fun time and I'm glad I was able to do that thanks to Pokemon.